Welcome back to NYSE TV Live. For all of those people planning their next vacation, perhaps later this summer, know that there's only one place that calls itself the happiest place on earth. That's Disneyland, of course. Joining us to talk more about how to win when it comes to travel is Clint Henderson, Managing Director of The Points Guy. Clint, thanks so much for joining the show.
Thanks for having me on. Interesting day today, huh?
Yes, it's been a whole bunch of excitement here in New York and, of course, in Anaheim at Disneyland. Let's start there because there are people maybe watching. Disney's celebrating its 70th anniversary at Disneyland. They just rang the opening bell from there. For people planning a trip to Disneyland, what do they do to prepare? And we know it can be expensive. What do they do to save?
Yeah, it's one of the few vacations that it's really hard to work around the prices, and the prices are notoriously high. But Disney has actually lowered prices this year, which is pretty remarkable, considering they've been on a steady up climb. My best advice is to use points and miles where you can around the park. So, book your flights using points and miles, book a hotel using miles or points if you can. And if you don't have access to miles and points with hotel programs or airlines, then maybe get a credit card that can wipe away some cash prices on travel. So those are a couple of the hacks. And the other thing I would say to folks is, go grocery shopping.
Yeah.
Try to eat at your hotel or where you're staying and avoid some of the really high prices for food and beverage.
I don't know. Nothing beats one of those Mickey Mouse ice cream bars that's covered in chocolate. Last time I went to Disney World a million years ago, I think I ate one every single day. Clint, somehow we're already in mid-July, so summer travel is certainly well underway. I'm curious about the biggest trends you're seeing overall for summer. Where are people going? How far away from their homes are they going? What are they doing? What are you seeing?
Yeah, so it's really interesting. I'm calling this the summer of savings. For the first time this summer, we're seeing reductions in ticket prices using cash or points and miles. Pretty remarkable considering the past 4 years basically have been insanely expensive. We're even seeing last minute deals to Europe this summer for under $500 round trip on big airlines like Delta and American. So shop around, be flexible. Some of the things. But then where is hot right now? So it's the usual suspects. Mexico, Maui is getting a resurgence in interest after the fires there a couple of years ago. So a lot of people interested in going to Hawaii again. And we're seeing more interest in domestic destinations. So there's been some international tensions. I think more Americans are looking to stay in national parks in places like California, here in Chicago. So there's been a renewed interest in American destinations, which we haven't seen as much interest in some time. And things are on sale. So places like Las Vegas, which have been notoriously expensive for airfare, are getting a little bit cheaper, at least when it comes to plane tickets.
That seems like a hot destination in terms of temperature, not necessarily just in terms of popularity. What's one travel hack you swear by, Clint? I know you're always traveling. It looks like you're probably traveling right now.
Yeah, I'm in Chicago. Lovely here today. And my best travel hack is my friends over at Google. I do not work for Google, but I sing their praises all the time. Google Flights is a great tool. You can set price alerts, you can monitor prices, but there's something called Google Flights Explore. I've written an article about it on The Points Guys, so you can check that out. But you just put in your home airport, it will show you the cheapest places in your own backyard or around the world that you can go within various lengths of time. So Google Flights Explore, it's an amazing tool. Not many people know about it.
Okay, I need to use that because it seems like every flight I'm checking is certainly not cheaper, although I keep hearing about these cheaper flights. So just finally, if someone is listening and they have one big trip in them this year, where would you tell them to go?
I would say go to Europe. The US dollar has fallen some, but there's still some good deals to be had on airfare especially. And if you don't have something booked, look at the airline vacation packages. Sometimes you can get a really good deal by combining flight and hotel prices. So I think Europe this summer, especially if you can go in the shoulder season when the crowds have gone down a little bit, September, October, we are seeing a lot of deals.
All right, yeah, September. Nothing beats September in Europe. Clint Henderson, Managing Editor for The Points Guy. Always learn so much from you guys. Thanks so much.
Good to see you.
All right, we have plenty more.